You are sitting across from her. The coffee is warm. The conversation is flowing. You decide to lean in. You tell her she is the most beautiful woman you have ever seen. You expect a smile. You expect her to blush. But the real answer is far stranger than a simple misread social cue. Her posture stiffens. Her eyes dart to the door. The temperature in the room drops. You just ruined your chances. But you were just being nice. Why did your brain trigger her threat response? To understand this, you must look past modern dating advice. You must look at the Pleistocene epoch. Your ancestors did not navigate dating apps. They navigated the harsh reality of the savannah. In that environment, social survival depended entirely on accurate status assessment. When a stranger offers unearned praise, the ancestral brain does not register flattery. It registers a manipulation attempt. The female brain evolved a highly sensitive cheater detection module. This is a cognitive mechanism designed to spot individuals trying to gain unearned social or reproductive advantages. When you use the wrong compliment, you accidentally trip this ancient alarm. Let us examine the first mistake. The pedestal compliment. You tell her she is perfect. You tell her she is out of your league. You think you are elevating her. In reality, you are destroying your own evolutionary value. This violates a biological principle called costly signaling theory. In nature, a signal is only believable if it is costly to produce. A peacock grows a massive, heavy tail to prove he can survive despite the physical burden. When you give away massive social value for free, you signal that your own value is low. You are telling her ancestral brain that you require no effort to secure. Her brain dismisses you. You placed her on a pedestal. You buried yourself in the dirt. Why did your attempt to worship her destroy your attraction? The second mistake is the generic genetic compliment. You tell her she has nice eyes. You tell her she is pretty. You are complimenting her DNA, but her brain ignores it. This happens because of sensory habituation. This is a neurological process where the brain stops responding to constant, unchanging stimuli. A highly attractive woman hears she is pretty dozens of times a day. Her auditory cortex literally filters the sound out. It becomes background noise, like the hum of a refrigerator. To bypass her habituation, you must compliment her choices, not her genetics. She did not choose her eye color. She chose her jacket. She chose her words. You must observe what she controls. Why did your generic words fade into her mental background noise? The third mistake is the backhanded neg. You tell her she is smart for a girl who does not wear makeup. You think you are playfully challenging her. In evolutionary terms, you are engaging in intrasexual competition. This is the biological drive to lower the status of a rival to elevate your own. You are trying to artificially deflate her mate value to make yours look higher. But the female brain possesses a highly tuned agency detection system. She instantly recognizes the manipulation. The insult triggers psychological reactance. This is the brain's defensive response to perceived threats to its freedom and autonomy. She feels controlled. She pulls away. You tried to lower her to rise yourself. Why did your playful insult trigger her defensive armor? The fourth mistake is the premature deep compliment. You tell her on the first date that she is not like other girls. You tell her you feel a deep soul connection. You think you are accelerating intimacy. You are actually signaling poor social calibration. In evolutionary psychology, this mimics a fast life history strategy. This is a behavioral pattern where an organism rushes reproduction without investing in long-term pair bonding. By rushing deep emotional intimacy, you signal that you lack the social intelligence required for a stable, long-term partnership. Her brain categorizes you as a short-term mate. Your chances of long-term attraction vanish. You rush the deep connection. Why did your premature depth signal genetic instability? The fifth mistake is the transactional compliment. You buy her a drink. You tell her she looks gorgeous. You then stare at her, waiting for a reward. You are violating the unwritten rules of reciprocal altruism. In ancestral tribes, sharing resources built trust without immediate demands. When you attach a hidden invoice to your compliment, you break the social contract. Her brain detects the hidden agenda. The amygdala, the brain's threat center, activates. She does not feel flattered, she feels hunted. You handed her a gift with a hidden price tag. Why did your transactional words make her feel trapped? Here is the counterintuitive twist. The most powerful thing you can say to a woman is not a compliment at all. It is an observation of her agency. You do not praise her face. You notice how she commands the room when she speaks about her passion. You validate her mind. You acknowledge her choices. This bypasses her habituation. It satisfies her need for genuine recognition. It proves you are observing the real her, not just a biological vessel. You stop evaluating her appearance. You start witnessing her existence. How does an observation of her agency rewrite the rules of attraction? You carry this ancestral hardware into the modern world. You sit in coffee shops, you stare at glowing screens, you type out a message. You want to tell her she is amazing, but your thumb hovers over the screen. You remember the savannah, you remember the cheater detection module, you delete the generic text, you type an observation about her unique sense of humor instead. You put the phone down. You feel a shift in your own posture. You are no longer seeking her validation. You are simply offering yours. How does remembering your ancient past change your modern present? You are sitting across from her. The coffee is warm. The conversation is flowing. You decide to lean in. You do not tell her she is the most beautiful woman you have ever seen. You tell her you love the way her mind works when she solves a problem. She smiles. The temperature in the room rises. You did not just give a compliment. You spoke the ancient language of genuine recognition.